Greetings and welcome to Stellaris, as the Grand Unified Republic of Space Wizards consolidates its hold on the three worlds we currently call our own. Of course, Wizard Prime, our homeworld and origin of the wizarding species, ruled over by the Bene Gesserit Windwalker as governor, as it has been since the beginning, and as it will be until she dies off. Then our second world, the first landing for our wizards, recently renamed in honor of our grand leader Wilberforce Weird as Weird Landing, and ruled by the unutterable Brumhilda, who is, as her name suggests, utterly unutterable. But she is, I hope, at any rate, a good governor. She has been whipping the populace into shape since arriving recently. And then our most recently acquired world, a Gaian world, a garden world, ruled by Mormo. Mormo, the governor of Garden. Garden, as it turns out, was not actually a particularly good place for growing food, but it is beautiful, and it does have this lovely hue of green, not to mention existing in the same solar system as Rocknim Mog in the background there. A world with a Bronze Age civilization that we shall begin to observe soon. Perhaps even today, we shall see. But that's quite enough sightseeing for now, although the sights are indeed beautiful, and it's always good to stop and smell the planets, I find. Let's get on with the actual business of running our empire, now that we have 3 planets with governors who have, perhaps most importantly, all got awesome names. We can look to the business of the Empire and the WSS Sentinel, which has completed its survey of the Lyrum system. This, of course, is the system that contains Charion's Crystal, which is the home of the early space station of the Sinur civilization. It's a cracking place. I really would like to come out here and do weird and bizarre experiments on the people of that space station whilst they're not looking. But, you know, it's going to take a while because, frankly, the Lyrum system is a long way from even Mythar, our furthermost outpost.
Special project complete.
Special project complete. A leader has gained a level. Governor the Bene Gesserit Windwalker has leveled up. Skill 2. Experience needed for the next level, 475. And we have an event, Void Clouds. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris and space dust has yielded surprising results. It is a particulate cloud bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting simple reflex actions, let alone movements with purpose. And yet it does. There is something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. Let us watch, but not interfere with it. Is this around the... This is, of course... I can't even zoom in, look. The enigmatic energy. Let us watch, but not interfere. I suspect these are the strange creatures that inhabit the Tunai vortex. Excellent, that means we have cleared the board of our alien investigations and can leave our scientists to get on with their day job of researching important new technologies for the Wizarding Empire. Meanwhile, Ron with the Sentinel needs to continue his investigations out here. Ancient mining drones, the Pila 1 mining station. We'll eventually come out here with the fleet and see if we can't, get enormous and fantastic resources. Look, there's even an ocean world out here. We could do a really distant colony if we wanted to, but let's not get too crazy. Let's just continue the surveying. We'll survey out to the edge of the galaxy here. We're right out on the rim. It's kind of cool. Survey this system, and then we will decide how to proceed from there. Whether we return to our own home space or whether we continue ever further out towards the edge of this spiral arm. Look how far it goes. I mean, if there's no civilizations anywhere on this spiral arm, further out, we're just going to have so much room to expand into. It's unbelievable. Unless, of course, somebody hops across from one of the other spiral arms. But I don't imagine we'll be that lucky. I suspect that there will be somebody out there waiting for us in the black. But not today. Let's see what constructions we can order with our construction fleet. We can do some engineering research over here. We can also do some more mineral extraction and more... is this ours?
Construction complete.
It totally is. Alright, we're gonna... Because we're a little bit light on energy credits, so we'll go and build an outpost in Ramon 5, and we might as well then immediately spend the... I can't build those. Oh, because I'm out of credits. Okay, fine. That's all fine. The Artemis in Rocknimmog. Can we build an observation post here? It costs us 50 credits. Let's speed up time a little bit. Until we've got 50 credits. Credits in the bank, Artemis. Head to Rocknimmog and begin construction of an observation post high above this world, home to a Bronze Age civilization who are intriguingly known as the Igarians. Could this be the space foxes of myth and legend who are prophesied to rise up as a mighty space empire led by a mysterious figure known only as he with the efficient haircut? We will have to keep a close eye on them once our observation post has been constructed. Alright, so everything is pretty well underway at the moment. Let's check on our research. 67 months for engineering research to be able to start building destroyers. We might not want to wait until we can get destroyers before we build a few more corvettes, actually. We've still only got a fleet of 6, which is small, and it's going to be quite a while before we can really enhance our ship's capabilities. So, let's actually put in an order for a new corvette to join the fleet. There we go. I mean, we're making 29 minerals a month, which is actually pretty decent. I mean, in fact, we'll put in an order for 2. We'll up our fleet size to 8 of 14. I don't know if it'll be enough if the Bothrarians decide to attack us. Frankly, I've got no idea what their military capabilities are like. There is some Placid Leviathans gas grazing in Mahil. We don't mind them. Even though Ron isn't around to whisper to them. In his own inimitable way. Fleet orders finished. The Artemis has finished construction of the observation post. Here it is, look. High above the world of Rocknimmog, observing the Bronze Age inhabitants from afar. Do they have any notion that the new star in their sky might belong to an advanced civilization? I don't know, but they do appear to have managed to light up the night of their world. Look at this. As Bronze Age people, to have built cities capable of actually lighting up the dark, that's pretty impressive. Maybe they just like bioluminescent space fox creatures. Well, they're not space foxes yet, are they?
Situation log updated.
Encounter in Oxmon. We have encountered some form of alien vessel in the Oxmon system. These strange objects have been flagged as Omicron aliens. Let's check them out. Where are they? It's interesting, but what does it mean? The Oxmon system. There's the science ship, the Sentinel, scanning away.
System survey complete.
I don't see any aliens here, you know. We should maybe just go... Should we keep researching ocean worlds? You know what? Let's go straight ahead and issue a special project to investigate these Omicron
complete.
Aliens. Whatever it is that the Sentinel discovered, if it is a new civilized race, then the sooner we make contact with them, the better. Even all the way out here, we still need to know, because it means it affects whether we send out our construction ships to establish a perimeter to cut them off from expanding towards us with frontier outposts. Construction complete. Inactive buildings. What building is inactive? Okay, well, we just haven't managed to breed fast enough down here. Should we move this citizen who is not yet finished developing? We need another 7 growth out of it before she becomes a full productive citizen. Hold on a second. Did our research wizards ever actually complete the project? They did, look! Robots are available. We can actually construct robots. We'll do it here in the basic mine. Build a robot. Yes! Wizarding constructions powered by magic, which are relatively simple machines capable of accepting verbal commands. They are rubbish at research, but they are great at extracting minerals, which is all we need him to do. We just need them to operate the mines, a slave/minion army of robotic mine workers. Fantastic! Get started on that. Let's take a look at Weird Landing. Do we have any mineral extraction here? We could do it here. Look, we could build a robot here as well. Do we have the credits? We do. We're going to do it. Robots everywhere. We're going to put a robot there. And what about at Wizard Prime? Do we want to put a robot down in Wizard Prime? Look, we could move this lady here to over here and then build ourselves a robot worker to operate the mining network in the diverse forested terrain that has a mild climate. The robots are like that. I mean, the golems that they are, mechanical. Good. This is good. I like robots. Robots are cool, right? They're not going to rise up and form some kind of, like, rebellion, are they? Let's just clear these last two. We don't have the resources to clear it. Let's just clear that one and wait for our resources to build back up again. We really need those robots to come on stream quite quickly because our minerals are low and just not going up fast enough. I guess they have to be built, which will take us a little while. Look, there's its progress bar coming along nicely. Ethics divergence. Ethics divergence represents the chance that this pop will change ethics. A negative number means that the pop is likely to conform to the Empire's ethics, and thus normally a good thing. Ethically divergent robots. Maybe I should be worried. What about the human population here? Ethics divergent, 2.2%. So Weird Landing is pretty close. Their happiness is not great. 60% base, 2% from Governor Broomhilda the Unutterable. Unhappy pops are less productive and more likely to join rebellious factions. The max happiness of a pop is limited by the habitability of the planet. What is the habitability of Weird Landing? Transmission from the Istasi. We are receiving a transmission from the Istasi. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Diplomatic channels are now open, and all hostilities between us have ceased for the moment. Interesting. Oh, wow. I mean, wow. You're not the best looking, are you, Estasis? Greetings! I speak for the executive Tig Bishlark and the wealthy elite of the Protasian Republican planets. We are always looking for new trading partners among the many diverse and delightful alien nations we encounter as our ships explore the galaxy. Wow, that's great news. I'm trying not to be utterly repulsed by you right now. Cooperation will surely benefit us all. As fellow star explorers, we salute you. That's slightly more guarded, isn't it? We'll go with that. Let's take a look at them. In fact, hold on. Let's see where they are. They're down here, look. They are anti-spinward of our empire, far out along the spiral arm. But it means that they are probably the first that we're going to encounter, and they're not huge. Complete. They haven't expanded a great deal. Can we have a look at their homeworld? Istasi. Intel level low. Planetary fortifications, control. We don't know what it is. We don't even know what their preferences for planets. So, well, we're gonna have to leave for now. But it kind of makes sense for us to think about trying to create some kind of border here. We could maybe build a frontier outpost, a couple of frontier outposts to cut them off from just expanding into this region of space, and then we effectively control this whole area. I don't know if that will annoy them, but it certainly seems like something that we might need to do. Void clouds. Void clouds have entered the Sethlabak system. There it is, look. Void cloud XUUL. Cloud entity. And where is the Sentinel? It's out here. Okay. Ron, having learnt the lesson of the Explorers Guild of the Wizardian peoples, is now departing the system as fast as possible and heading somewhere else. Somewhere that isn't here. Very well, off you go to warp. Sethlabek actually has a potentially habitable world. It's an arid world, so it's not great. We have an observation post. Look, Rock Nimmog observation post now appears on our outliner. We can jump in and actually take a look at it. What does it do? Oh, we can build things at it. Passive observation. The natives are studied unknowingly from a safe distance, with every effort is made to avoid cultural contamination. Monthly gain, +3 cultural. Aggressive observation. The natives are aggressively studied and their specimens are frequently collected to learn as much as possible about their biology and culture. Monthly gain 6. An effort. Technological enlightenment. An effort is made to rapidly elevate the native civilization to the space age. The time this takes is dependent on their current level of technology. That actually has a cost. I guess they would arrive as a civilization that was perhaps beholden to us. We could possibly think about doing that for the ones that are already on, like in the early space age. Let's just continue with passive observation for the time being. We may switch up to aggressive observation if we have a particular need for more science of this type. But for the time being, let's leave the observation post in its current form.
Research complete.
Research complete. Excellent. It's Alan on the jockey to research something new for us. Research alternatives +1. Could be quite good for increasing our options. Physics lab, energy storage capacity +500 unlocks the building of Power Hub 1. You know what? I think we've already got various power stuff. Although I may be wrong about that. But let's go with research alternatives +1 because I suspect this could really help us long term. Although it's really expensive. Look, it costs 1,344 physics research. Power hubs produce some energy credits on their own, but more importantly increase the overall energy credit output of the planet. Plus 10% energy output for the planet produces 3 on its own. You know what? I've selected it now, and there is no unselecting it. Once you have selected it, it's done. It has been decided. I was going to change my mind, but it is too late, and so we will just live with it. It's fine. It matters not. I mean, we can probably get quite a lot of energy credits out of, for example, Wizard Prime, by putting it like in here or something, and increasing the overall output of the planet substantially as well. We actually could build power plants here. Build a power plant. Yeah, totes. More energy credits for the energy credit machine. We've got quite a few minerals here as well, so let's take a look at what we can construct with the Senator Research +4 here. Should we go with that? Build a research station? Where is he going to build that research station? What research has become available? We can research Raman and Raman 4. Okay, could we not research those before? I think these might be new things that have become available because of techs and stuff. Let's take a look at the Artemis. What can the Artemis build? We've finished building the observation post, of course. Let's warp over to the Pleione 3 system and build a mining outpost to extract some more of these minerals that are now available to us. The science ship, the WSS Sentinel, has arrived in the Rothier system. Have you fully scanned the Rothier system? I guess he has fully scanned the Rothier system. He was chased out of Sethelbeck, which is not being surveyed yet as a result. But never mind, let's survey over here. I wonder what FTL mode these people have. Do you reckon we can find out if we contact them? What were they called? They were called the Ziran Confederacy? No. The Union of Wizards. Oh yeah, that's us. The Photesian Republican Planets. Photesian Republican Planets. They are unfriendly towards us. Look at that. Minus 110. New contact minus 20. Xenophilia plus 10. Xenophile diplomacy plus 10. Materialist fools minus 10. Evangelizing zealots minus 100. Well, okay, if you say so. Relative power. Their power is roughly evenly matched to ours. Their fleet power is superior compared to ours. Their naval capacity is equivalent. Their technological level is equivalent. Interesting stuff. Empire population 20. Colonies 3. Let's take a look at us. Look, we are colonies 3, but we only have a population of 16. We're a little bit light on them. It's not ideal. What about the Bothrarian Star Council? They only have one planet and the size of 12. They're hostile towards us. Their fleet power is superior to us. So you know what? Let's we don't want to be seen as wusses around here. We really don't. The colony ship WSS Shadow. How long has the colony ship been ready to depart? Really need to pay attention to these things. Fleet order finished. Let's order ourselves another corvette. And then we will depart the colony ship, the WSS Shadow, our third colony to be established out in the void. I think we should probably establish this one close to home. In fact, let's do it in the Pleione system, which links us a little bit more closely to our colony in Garden, in the Mithra system. I think that makes sense. No, there's nowhere else that we could grab sort of like easily. We'd have to come all the way out here to grab this one, which feels like it's a long way. It feels like that's going to get us into difficulties with potentially free-thinking individuals deciding to break away from our population. I don't know, maybe I'm being overly cautious, but let's colonize Pleione 3 first. It is on our galactic doorstep, but it shall help us to consolidate our power. And look, it has many wonderful tiles for us to build our population up and expand our power base here in Wizardian space. But that, of course, will have to wait until next time, because once again, we have run out of time. The WSS Shadow departing Wizard Prime, on course for yet another new world. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I have been Weird Wizard, and I will see you later.